Okay, I think we finally have it. Welcome to Poppy's Workshop. From Little Acorns, Great Oaks Grow. So I think things are working. Um, trying to do a live stream from the workshop. Not much has changed since um, my other videos that I've done. Um, On the cutting deck right now is the 200 women. And of course, let me move that over. We also have the Virginia Beach King Neptune art pieces. And I am just trying to figure out how to get things to work properly. Let me get my ah, everything up. And let's do this. Let's go to the split camera so you can see what I'm doing. And good, it is working. Um, having different problems. So really, my live streams, it's just going to be me working in the workshop. Um, let's see. I think I can actually put my vacuum on, and it shouldn't affect the noise too much or the background. But this is more about me working in the workshop than anything else. I do have issues with the connection to YouTube going down. But right now everything seems to be doing good, no drop frames. Now I've got to get back in the groove. I'm not seeing things. There we go. I think what I will be doing, let's see, I think I can make that turn, is I'm going to glue up another ornament, and this will be for my Norfolk, and I'll start cutting that to add a little variety to what you are seeing versus just the alternating back and forth with the two art pieces. I'm going to go slow on this turn. Actually, I need some space for the blade. I could let that fall. There we go. Off just a little bit. I think my blade's starting to get a little dull. But I am trying to get into more live streams, but I haven't picked a day of the week yet, though. See if I can bounce those out. Nope. Yep. Come on, baby. I don't know if I can get that one off. Yeah, I did. Yay. Okay. I just want to round this off a little bit. There we go. And clean that up just a little bit. Yeah. Be like you. All right. Why am I not able to lift? I think ever since I tightened up that arm, it's gotten a lot harder to lift. This is just a tiny cut. You know, these tiny cuts, some people think this is just a pain in the neck because of the time that you have to set up for the pierce cut, but it's the little details, the little cuts that bring out a lot of personality in the piece itself. So even though it takes a lot of work to do these tiny cuts, so to speak, they are accents that add so much. Make sure that that's clean. Clean that edge up a little bit. It's not cleaning up. I guess it did. We get that little scrap out. There we go. Let's see. Let me get back to the roots. I think that's one of the roots. What's that? That is. Yep. I think I may have to adjust the camera a little bit next time around. But so far, we seem to be doing pretty good. Come on. There we go. It wants to go to the right. It's not biting. That is weird. I think my blade is toast. Yeah, that was weird. It just wouldn't bite. And I'm having to come in at a steeper angle to get a straight line. Yeah, it's being weird. Yeah, it's not biting that I would expect. So I'm definitely going to change the blade after this. Clean up these things. Get that sharp. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Doing that with a blade in is probably stupid. There's one. Ah, no, that was. Let me see. I guess it looks okay, but I want to make sure that my points and my edges are good. This is what sets pieces apart. That extra attention to detail. Where was that one? Up above. So that would be down. Got it. Yay. Oh, dummy me. Ah, okay, that blade is spent. that out of the way a little bit. Ugh. Sliding off my chair, my stool. Alright, that is a flat top there. So I'm just going to nick it. I think I need to clean my cutting deck. I use a ceramic cleaner, coater, whatever you want to call it. I think what I am going to do is I have that little cutout. I find that my board is not sliding as well as I like. What am I going to do? You know, let me do this. Yep, just nick. I'm sliding when I don't want to slide, and not sliding when I do want to slide. I think I'm going to probably regret this. Yeah, it's not turning. I'm going to check my tension and such. Check something here. Just checking my stream on the YouTube part. And it says I have an excellent stream, so that's good. Trying to see which way it wants to track. Yeah, let's see how we're progressing on the roots. I think you can see it in the lower right there. Get a little bit closer. Not too bad. Ah, now I'm glad it is a Friday. Long work week. Whoa, that is a teeny weeny little. I didn't realize it was that teeny that I did there. All right, let's just nick this up a little bit. There's just a teeny weeny little triangle. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Yeah, let me use it all to sand it. Okay, why don't you go into it? Because that's the one I just did. I think I may have to adjust my camera just a little bit. I don't like adjusting it while I'm streaming, other than for switching camera views. What am I doing? That was probably dumb, Rick. So I don't know if, yeah, I guess you kind of see it. I've got a magnetic tray here, and that's where any scrap that's on top, I just throw in there. And I also keep my brush and my pointer in there as well. Uh, but yeah, all the scrap, a lot of dust that comes from underneath um, that doesn't get picked up by the bottom vac. That too also, oh, my strap is falling. It catches a lot so it doesn't go on the floor or on my lap. So again, you see me moving things around like that. I'm just visualizing how I'm going to cut, kind of planning how I want to do things. I usually don't like this particular method of starting part way, but you know what I'm going to do? Actually, that way I have a smooth transition. Okay, you seem to be going more to the left, to the right. Oh, why are you doing that? Alright, well, it didn't track the way I'd expected it to. And I usually do not like cutting with the, how do you want to call it, with the scrap on the left. I like the scrap on the right, in particular with the Flying Dutchmans. I'm struggling. That swooped a little bit more than I'd expected. Actually, I need to do this. Alright, wait a second. Let me make a little bit more of a nibble. Yeah, that swooped out a little bit more, but being that it's abstract, it's okay. Nobody but me knows. But still, it's disconcerting when I feel like I lose control of the blade. It's not, come on, it's not acting the way I expect it or demand it to. I think the tension's fine. It could be I'm just tired. I've been up since 2 this morning as usual. And where are we at right now? 6:30. So yeah, usually by this time of the day I'm becoming a bit of a vegetable. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. Just make that a little bit more pointy. There we go. Go from there. Let me switch the camera view. I just ordered Boo off of Temu, um, a little box. Get my hand. A little box that has some buttons on it, and Let me switch here. And that little box has a button, a couple knobs, and what I can do is put hotkeys. So my goal is to figure out how I can mount it in this area here, uh, where I can just quickly see where I'm at on the screen and then hit a button that's associated with a hotkey that I program, and then it will change the views versus me having to wiggle the mouse and reach over here where the card is with the camera. So here's where we're at. Most importantly is the roots taking shape. The tricky part that I see, let's see, I'm having trouble seeing on this little screen, but it's going to be these long lines here and over here. These long lines are going to be a bit of a challenge because they are about 3 inches, very close to one another, and I have to do two parallels that are basically 2 millimeters apart. So let's tip that up. So yeah, these here are 2 millimeters apart, and then these are about 3 millimeters apart to get that. So these will be a bit of a challenge. So when I do cut those, I want to make sure that uh, I do it with a fresh blade, and I'm fresh. That's that's the important thing. I want to make sure that I am absolutely the best that I possibly can be. So I think that's going to cover it for this live. Again, it was more of an experiment. I've been trying to get things to work properly, um, sometimes with, sometimes without. I think this time we do have success, so that's a good thing. So, with that, may the Lord richly bless you. Make it a great day right here at Poppy's Workshop.